What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining me on these analysis. We're going to be looking at Nvidia today. I'm going over some technical analysis on the daily and weekly chart, and we're going to be looking over some indicators. So as you know, we've been rallying up. We've had a large bull flag played out perfectly. Now it looks like we're just having a repeat of this, just on a larger scale here. This is a bigger version of this smaller move here. This move is about the same size, but this consolidation is larger here than this consolidation here. So we'll see how it plays out. Of course, let's see if we get a repeat of this move. Last time we actually saw we had a bull flag played out, and then you can take this flagpole here, your bull flag running, and you can measure that target to about the bottom of this wick here, and it puts you almost spot on with the top here. And now we'll say that we have another bull flag here, even though it's gone up a little bit more here, but it's still kind of the same thing. I mean, you can say that it's invalidated with this move and with this move, but I would still consider it a bull flag overall. So if we were to measure it out, I'm not calling for this target soon, but if it plays out how it did previously, we had this initial flagpole sideways, run up, and you measured that with the flagpole. We had another flagpole running sideways. Let's see if this flagpole can call that next target, which would show 368. Not financial advice, I'm not calling this, but I'm just looking at the technicals and what could possibly happen. Maybe this takes 5 years, maybe this takes 2 years, maybe it takes 10 years. Probably not that long, but who knows? But this is what I'm seeing right now. But overall, it's very bullish. I think this has been a great time to accumulate. Not financial advice, of course, but we did break this initial trend line here. And when you break the first trend line, you usually get a run to the second trend line. So we pushed to the second trend line, we broke underneath, got our retest, and now we push down. And there was no more trend lines to be looking at, so now we're looking at horizontal levels. So the levels we're looking at now would be this one, which we're currently at. We actually closed, we opened in that zone, and now we're back above it, which is a great sign. We want to stay in this range so we can keep that bull flag intact and move up. And the next level would be somewhere in this region here, somewhere in here. So if we were to break and close underneath that, that would push price down here. On the daily, it was looking like we were potentially having some kind of wave count where there was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if it plays out. Right now it's looking pretty good. Hopefully it does not play out. Maybe this is not a wave count. And then maybe we get, instead of a wave count, we get a nice double bottom. And then we move up to the top of the range. That's what I'm hoping to see. But we do need to break this trend line here. But right now it's looking pretty good. We got that nice bounce today off of this horizontal level of support or resistance. And it's looking like it's starting to create that W so we can get that move to the upside. Overall though, very bullish. When you zoom out, it looks very good. So nothing to be too concerned about. It's a great company anyways. So these are always just discounts more than anything else. This isn't the time to run away. This is the time to accumulate. And you'll be thanking yourself later on. On that topic, when you think about it, you don't think the people here in the top of 2021 were, kicking themselves in the butt saying, dang, I bought at the top. I'm an idiot. It's gone all the way down to $11, $10. Wow, so stupid. Look, dropped nearly 70%. You're like, wow, it's the end of the world. Nvidia is a garbage company. But while you were saying that, somebody else was accumulating, and rode this bad boy up. But even if you did buy here and you held that painful 70% drop, look at that. You bought all the way at the top, but now look at it relative to price today. Now, if you bought all the way at the top, you're still up 220%. So what do you think is going to happen now? We're going to look back at this price and be like, dang, 2024, 2025 was a steal. it was only $150. We're now sitting at $374. So it happens time and time again. You can see it. I'm sure these people in 2018 were saying the same thing. And then whoever bought here had that drop. They're like, damn, I'm an idiot. But I'm sure in 2021 they were feeling good. And I'm sure they're feeling great now. So as you can see, you just give it time, accumulate, and you'll be okay. Overall, this is super bullish though. On the SMAs, we're underneath all three. We need to get back to the daily 20 moving average and claim the 50 and 20, of course, and the 200, but we need to break this trend line first before we can even get to these two moving averages. On the weekly, we're well above the 200 week, but we're underneath the 50 week, which is a very strong level of support and resistance. So we need to break the 50 and the 20 to get this bull trend back intact. As you can see, whenever we're holding above the 20 and the 50, we have a strong rally going. So we broke underneath it, but once we reclaim it, catch that bullish momentum, Nvidia will be all over the news. It'll be the top stock that everybody's talking about. Nobody's talking about it now because it's been down, but it'll reclaim that title once again and everybody will be talking about it. On the daily Bollinger Bands, we're looking good. We're outside of it. We opened outside, pushed back inside, and now we just got another retest off of it. So it looks like we're headed to the blue band and eventually to the red band, hopefully. And on the weekly, same concept. We close outside and we're pushing back to the blue band. But on the way to the blue band, we'll have to break this secondary trend line that we talked about before, break back inside of it, and then we'd be looking to push back to the blue and eventually the red along the primary trend line. And then we can really start breaking all-time highs and moving up higher. The RSI on the weekly is bearish, been in a downtrend for an extended period of time now. We could be pushing back up to continue down lower. This could be a dedicated bounce, but we could also end up pushing up right here, break above the yellow, retest it, and start our trek back up to the top here, top of the range, and becoming overbought, which is a good sign. We want to be in that overbought territory for an extended period. As you can see, we can hold overbought for an extended period. So from here, we were overbought. Honestly, in February 2023, we dipped slightly underneath it. And then from February 2023, and then March 2023, all the way to August 2023, we were in overbought territory. And the same thing here, overbought January 2024 to April 2024. And then overbought again from May 2024 to mid-July 2024. So I'm sure we'll get another move like that with some time. This is the time to accumulate so you can enjoy that overbought stage. And your next question is, how much do I sell? Do I sell 25%? Do I sell all of it? Do I accumulate more? Just DCA? Those are better questions that you have to ask yourself. So on the daily, we pushed to this level that we've kind of been holding for a couple times. You can see it's kind of been like this little level of support here on the RSI. We got pretty close to it, but we didn't get a touch, but it looks like it's trying to get a bounce there. Move up to this moving average, reclaim it, and make our way back to the top of this channel. But overall, it's looking like it's trying to get its strength back, and maybe we end up getting a double bottom in strength and back up there. On the MACD, we were creating a lot of strength and volume pushing up, and now we're kind of losing it a little bit, but this can always flip right back and we can reclaim the orange and move to the 0 line and back into the bullish territory, the positive numbers, and have these red candles flip green and get large like these over here. Still bearish on the weekly, pushing down, increasing in volume, but this can definitely flip, but we need some time because these are weekly candles, so it might take a little bit longer, but this can flip quickly in terms of the weekly charts. But overall, I think Nvidia looks good. I think it's time to accumulate, and you'll appreciate it later in the future. Not financial advice. That's all I have for you guys. I'll see you in the next one.